Forest gardening is a low-maintenance, sustainable, plant-based food production and agricultural forestry system based on woodland ecosystems, incorporating fruit and nut trees, shrubs, herbs, vines and perennial vegetables which have yields directly useful to humans. Making use of companion planting, these can be intermixed to grow in a succession of layers to build a woodland habitat. Forest gardens are probably the world's oldest form of land use and most resilient agricultural ecosystem. They originated in prehistoric times along jungle-clad river banks and in the wet foothills of monsoon regions. In the gradual process of families improving their immediate environment, useful tree and vine species were identified, protected and improved whilst undesirable species were eliminated. Eventually superior foreign species were selected and incorporated into the gardens. Forest gardens are still common in the tropics and have been shown to be a significant source of income and food security for local populations. Robert Hart pioneered a system based on the observation that the natural forest can be divided into distinct levels. He used intercropping to develop an existing small orchard of apples and pears into an edible polyculture landscape consisting of the following 7 layers: canopy layer, consisting of the original mature fruit trees. Low tree layer, of smaller nut and fruit trees on dwarfing root stalks. Shrub layer, of fruit bushes such as currants and berries. Herbaceous layer, of perennial vegetables and herbs. Rhizosphere, or underground dimension, of plants grown for their roots and tubers such as potatoes. Ground cover layer, of edible plants that spread horizontally such as strawberries. Vertical layer, of vines and climbers such as grapes. The benefits of creating a food forest are many. The most obvious one might be that if properly planned out, a food forest practically runs and maintains itself. It creates a habitat for local wildlife, pest control, pollination and wildlife viewing opportunities. Since food forests do not require chemical fertilizers or pesticides, they produce much healthier foods and products. These benefits might include products such as fibers, fuels, green manure, materials for crafts, food for domestic animals, and can help reduce water usage in the garden. There are many potential plant combinations that could be used to create a food forest. For the canopy you could grow fruit-bearing trees such as apples, pears, peaches or nut producers such as pecans, walnuts, and almonds. Between these you could grow dwarf or small fruit tree varieties of plums, nectarines, apples, and cherries. Then between those you could put in shrubs such as beaked hazel, Saskatoon serviceberry, blackberry, raspberry, currants and gooseberries. Underneath the large and dwarf trees you can put some herbaceous plants such as comfrey, daffodils, tulips, hyacinth, yarrow and chicory. For ground cover you could grow red and white clovers, and strawberries. As for climbing plants you could grow peas, beans and others up the trunks of the trees. Positioning bulbs such as garlic, chives, daffodils, and hyacinth around the base of the tree to suppress grass and repel potential pests. Yarrow, chicory, comfrey, and plantain are all great dynamic accumulators to help the growth of the plants and trees around them. Clovers, peas, beans, lupins and other members of the legume family are great nitrogen fixers, making nitrogen from the air and soil accessible to the surrounding trees and plants. Plants such as artichokes, comfrey and burdock are great mulch plants and all three also happen to have edible parts. You should consider also bringing in nitrogen-fixing shrubs such as sea buckthorn, gomi and autumn olive, which all also produce edible fruits. We will be uploading weekly updates on our progress throughout the year. Thank you for watching. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe to our channel.